What is going on, guys? Pomson87 here with my Canada career mode race. And as you can see, I've skipped forward to the race this time. Not going to show quali highlights. I actually had good pace during quali, the first two sessions anyway, which were dry. But then Q3, suddenly full wet rain, and I just didn't have the pace in the full wets to qualify at the front of the top 10. So unfortunately we qualify P10. And as you can see, it's 63% chance of rain, so even though we're going for our strategy now, it probably won't stay all dry tyres for the race. Rain will definitely play a part. When during the race, I don't know yet, but we are starting on dries to begin with. But anyways, we'll go to the track now. It's a bit harder to gain positions on the on the first lap in Canada than it is with other tracks, as Canada is slightly narrower. But anyway, I'll try our best. We'll go onto the track now. Wish you luck. For once, it wasn't a Mercedes lockout for the front row. We had a Ferrari in second. Looks like Rosberg's in P7, but it's a 5 light's going to come on now. We're in P10, so we can get a better start than Hulkenberg on the left, which it looks like we have once again. We've got a good start, and Bottas, as we're going to try and go in the middle of them. But Rosberg ahead is going very slow for the first corner. We have to back out of it behind him. We've got a Ferrari on the outside of Raikkonen. Bottas has got back past us on the inside. We'll go back around the outside of Bottas, going into turn 3, I think it is, and he brakes very early. Vettel's going very slowly on the side. We had to actually give Rosberg a tap, as he was also going slowly to try and avoid Vettel. So up to P7 wasn't the best start of the Havent, but at least we gained 3 positions, and hopefully we can gain more on Rosberg and my teammate and those ahead. Is he coming through to fast chicane? Yes, we accidentally cut that corner. Sorry about that. But it looks like we might be able to get past the guys ahead. We do have pretty good pace on the drivers. I think I can move down there, but just too far back. But we get a good run on Rosberg out of here actually. But Mercedes is just pulling away. I think I went for a slightly wetter setup, so I'd use more aero, so he's probably got much more straight line speed than me, especially as that Mercedes engine. But so look, going out to the final chicane, Vettel brakes very early, completely backs out of the corner, tries to go through it at 10 miles an hour. And we get past him. Don't know what he was thinking. But let's hope we can catch those ahead. Looks like going to the next lap now. Rosberg is trying to get past the car ahead. And he goes very slowly through the final chicane. And in the slipstream now. We might be able to get him into turn 1. He goes defends the inside. And we smash it around the outside. That's a good move there. As Rosberg completely brakes early and backs out of it. We sneak up into P5, but trying to catch Massa, we run very wide of that chicane. That's put us a lot of time behind. We're into lap 8 now. We're starting to rain, and a lot of the AI are going to be pitting soon for a set of, I don't know, primes or options, or whatever. As Rosberg was trying to make a move on us, but just AI back out of the move as they do always. But yeah, as we see a lot of AIs pitting, we go up to P3. It's now P1 and lap 12. We're staying on our pretty much dead option tyres. Hamilton's caught back up to us now on his fresh tyres. But we've gained pit stop advantage now, and we're sitting pretty in the lead of the race. But we make a bad mistake locking up into the final hairpin. We'll drift massively wide. It's giving Hamilton the place. It's now actually time for intermediate, so we'll both be pitting at the end of this lap. We put it over to Rich Mix to try and stay with him. We've got to try and get past going into the pit lane, otherwise we might lose him coming out of the pits. We're in the slipstream now. Will we get past him? And we decided to brake much later. We dived down the inside into the pit lane. Wow, that was ballsy stuff. God, I was lucky Hamilton broke early there. We're going to a set of inters, 3.7 second stop. And we are now out ahead of Hamilton. Back into the lead of this race. And we're on the right tyre. So that strategy call was a great one by us there. As all the AI had pitted for dries, we stayed out on the wets. First lap 14 now. We're still ahead of Hamilton, but we smash front wing against the wall, which won't help us in this pit stop now. We've got to change the front wing, and that might give Hamilton the position as they've pipped 4 wets. So track conditions are going awful now. But yeah, it's now a 6.2 second stop, and Hamilton's now jumped us in the pit stop. This isn't good. Gotta try and catch and close on him if we want to still win this race. Looks like there's a Caterham also pits as well. But can we pit him? Can we catch Hamilton and win this race? We're going to the next lap, I think it is now. And in our efforts trying to catch Hamilton, we were massively wide once again at the hairpin. That's a bad mistake, and that's put Hamilton at least 4 seconds ahead of us. Yeah, but we actually have good pace on the wet tyres, and by lap 21 we've caught about 2 seconds on now. But it looks like we're lapping Bianchi, and he completely blocks our path going to that chicane. I don't know what he's doing. Now he's turning us into the wall. Oh my god, what is he doing? What are the AI backmarkers doing? Oh my... Yeah, that's Rosberg gone past now, down to P3. As they're trying to find reverse gear now to back out of it. And then Bianchi completely disappears, so we put it back into first. But how much time that's lost us now? It's also damaged our front wing as well. Button's gone past, and Raikkonen's going round our outside as well. Oh, that's a disaster now to P8. They're trying to reclaim some positions. Got Raikkonen who goes very slowly for turn 2, completely just pulls out of the way and gives me the position. So once again, AI being, well, backing out of every move. But hopefully we can catch Button as well. As we're trying to claw our way back through the field. And now it looks like we've got a safety car. So that probably was actually from Bianchi, who probably retired from that incident. But this will help us now. This will make us catch up back to the pack, and it has. Sitting pretty in P7 behind Button, and I think my teammates ahead of him as well. So if we can get a better restart on those people and claw my way back up the field. Who knows? Safety valve coming in at the end of this lap. We're just trying to weave and get heat into the tyres for the restart. As you can see on the map, the rear is actually still quite blue and cold. But restarting now, we go very aggressively over the curve for the final chicane. And Button's got quite far ahead of us. Raikkonen's dropped back from the back of us though. So it looks like we're lapping a Sauber. But then Button goes very slowly through turn 1. We skate around the outside of him. That was a very late bold move there. As they're now back up to P6, now P5. As that's our teammate ahead. But it's now time for intermediate tyres. And unfortunately we weren't able to close and overtake Vettel. So he will be serviced now, and we've got to continue an extra lap to avoid stacking, because if you stack on this game, it'll hold you for at least 10 seconds. So we've got to continue for another lap on, well, what is now Inter's conditions. So we're probably going to lose a lot of time for the AI. We go into the lead, but we still have to pit for Inter's. And we have to change our front wing as well from the collision with Bianchi, so that's going to cost us even more time. So it might put us back down the order. Who knows? Yeah, look, we'll see the positions tumble. P2. Don't know where Hamilton's going in this race. Now Rosberg's leading, so he must have retired. So that's good for the championship. But now up to P5. Will Hülkenberg get us? On the minimap, there's a few cars going down the pit straight. Momentarily down to P6, but we hold around the outside of turn 2 and we get back into P5 ahead of Hülkenberg. But we're actually struggling to get heat into the tyres come lap 31. And Hülkenberg's right there, trying to overtake us, but we managed to keep ahead. And actually Massa overtakes Hülkenberg now. So Massa's now trying to challenge us. And we were able to hold off Massa for come the end of the race. But unfortunately we weren't able to catch Alonso. So yeah, that's P5 in the bag really. So it could have been a better race had not had a collision with the AI backmarkers. But yeah, P5 is a solid result. Can't be too unhappy about that. We finally got beaten by a teammate as well, so Vettel's finally upped his game. Let's go on to the race results now. Rosberg first, Magnussen second, Vettel third. So Hamilton must have retired. That's good for the championship, but Rosberg might be ahead now. So that's Alonso 4th, me 5th, Massa, and Button. And we can see the only DNFs from the race were Hamilton, Bianchi, and Verne. So yeah, it was an okay race. Could have had more potential, but hopefully it won't impact on our championship too much. As we'll have a look now, and yeah, we're now down to 2nd place. So Rosberg's jumped us. Vettel's now in 3rd place actually. So that's probably good for our constructors championship. Ahead of Hamilton, who had an awful race. But constructors, yeah, we're in 2nd place now. We're only 7 points behind Mercedes, so that's quite interesting. If Vettel does well in the remaining races, we might have a chance of beating them. But anyway, guys, see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed that race. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want more content. But I'll see you guys next time for Austria. So see you then. Thumbs out.